Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there. And very first thing today here is this really cool looking kind of a gunship slash does other things. And this is the Angevelian it's hard for me to pronounce this name. It's Angevellian. And this is by ArtemisRouge. Cool looking ship, very nicely detailed. Definitely has some combat things going on for it. We'll take a look at some of the specs there as well. But a lot of turrets. Um, Looks like it's gonna. I would just assume right now that it's gonna have probably a lot of things for the AI to shoot at, probably in this front area. I was just kind of taking a look at the general decor of the ship here, and it's very nice and smooth. Neat looking texture scheme. So you got kind of a darker gray and lighter grays, and almost like a little bit whiter in there. And then there's also some, I think that's blue, like a darker shade of blue, and then of course the texture lights and everything going on there too. Yeah, it's pretty slick here. And we've got some big launchers towards the back. Um, some pretty big thrust too. And then of course you got to have your long range radar. Now this is I'm starting this out today in Reforged Eden, and the last creation I've got is for vanilla. So I'll just do a quick switch over to vanilla for that one. Um, some of these are debatable whether they're Reforged Eden or vanilla creations. I think it all depends. But yeah, very cool looking ship here. I like this. I like this side uh, LCD as well too. That looks pretty cool. And obviously, yeah, lots of firepower here. So I'm just curious, real quick. I just want to take a look at the hull material. Sometimes you know that they're built of one particular material, or they're mixed materials. In this case, it's probably trying to be light. And then I bet you it has a lot of internal protection. We'll look at that here in a bit here, but let me get in the ship and take a walk around here a minute, and gotta find a way in. Oh, there's a way in. A couple ways in. Very cool. So here I'm gonna do the lighting thing here a second too. I typically do this on inside of ships. I'm trying not to have it too dark, though. I know it's the videos come out darker than what I usually see on the screen. I do have my brightness cranked up quite a bit in Empyrion. I'm actually to 40 now, or 40% above normal, or whatever that number means. So anyway, right as you walk in here, we got our warp core, and it looks like we've got some utility function here, especially to get healthy. Um, So you got all your individual medical components. Looks like we have a storage controller right in here too, a harvest controller. 320K there. Um, yeah, nice. I like the balcony, or the I don't know, mezzanine scaffolding, whatever you want to say, that goes across the top of this area. I like these. I like how these blockers are inset in the block work there too, with the texture lights on the inside. This is a nice looking model. You know, it's something I haven't really used a whole lot of, and come to think of it, I'm gonna probably have to dump some of that in my current project. I think that would work out pretty nice for some things that I always seem to forget about when I build most creations. So let's just go up the elevator here, and we'll take a walk around the elevator, or I'm sorry, around the walkway here, and we get to this room. Um, oh, there's a shield. Okay, so we have a shield here, which is kind of nice. It gives you access to the shield, so you can, if you're going to upgrade it in game, which is definitely a thing, you can get right up next to it, which is a lot easier to do. You might be able to do it through like the device menu and things like that. I'm not sure, but I do know having access to those kinds of parts in first person is definitely kind of nice. It'd be my first thought if you told me to go upgrade a ship part, like put in a upgrade the warp core to the longer range version. First thing I would do is like run over to it, look at it, and see what I need to do that with. So yeah, pretty slick there. Alright, so let me run up this elevator here. Okay, so we've been that way. Let's, looks like we've got a blast door here. And this is our main core right over here. And then we got a big generator and a small generator in this room here. And a bunch of CPU blocks and our Pentaxid tank. So it looks like all your stock CPU blocks. We'll look at the numbers here in a bit, see where this comes out in the grand scheme of things. And man, okay, so I need to go all the way up. There we go. I get into this area. I like the nice plush look here. It's kind of like nice looking floor surfaces, and I like the color highlight in there, and the light colored kind of roundish blocks and whatnot across the ceiling. Nice. And oh, it looks like we got an elevator that goes up further. That might be an escape hatch or something. So here we got a cockpit, and it looks like it is. It's got its own little airtight environment there by force fields and the ventilator that's right on the side. Then a med bay and also a armor locker, so some nice convenient stuff there. I'm piloting the ship. A lot of room in here, and it kind of looks to me like this is kind of set up if you want to add a lot of parts later, like constructors or deconstructor, or there's a lot of different parts in the game that you could pop those in place there. Let's go take a walk out one of these hallways here. And it looks like we got a big container room here. And I gotta assume that a lot of these spaces are probably for a lot of these newer Reforged Eden parts. Where they're expensive and you don't want to put them in stock, and they may use a lot of CPU, but later on, when you get your CPU up and stuff like that, you've got space to put in some fairly large parts, shield couplings and banks and all kinds of different things like that. And so I'm guessing that was kind of the intent of these spaces. Obviously, there are some parts in here already. Just to make sure I get this right, looks like a large shield capacitors in here. I've seen different sizes of these too. I realize that there's like a small size, and then a medium size, and then a large size of these. So right now those look like the smaller versions, which are going to be a little lighter on CPU and everything too. All right, so I see some space back here. God, this could fit. It looks like it could fit like a big generator. This is what, 6 blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 by 2 by 2. So that would fit your standard large or advanced generator in Reforged Eden. So it looks like a couple of spots for those. So obviously there's some upgrading intended on this ship. So let's go out this way here a minute. See where we end up at. So, okay, just walkway there, and it looks like some more big areas here. Again, some of these parts get pretty big, so it kind of looks like it's trying to give you room to add a lot of that stuff in. And then I believe we're going down on the nose of the ship, which I kind of expected to be pretty armored with different defense layers and things like that, and that's exactly what seems to be going on here. So we've got just rows of this armored glass here, which actually for being like primarily used for internal defense stuff, it actually doesn't look bad the way it's set up that way. It looks it's organized and everything like that. So we got like layer upon layer upon layer, and then we got a Wi-Fi up in the front here, and a lot of big areas here. And it looks like a big area down here too, probably for, again, these really large parts that you can pop in these ships here. And then it's just kind of like, almost like, it reminds me of like a bulk, different like bulkheads inside of some kind of big ship, where if like you breach this area, it'll only float up to that point, and this area is sealed off again, kind of thing. So yeah, so it's pretty much, I mean, it doesn't seem to have a huge amount of utility. I'm sure there's CPU restrictions in here too, And this, obviously, I would say is a designated to be a combat type of vessel. So probably a lot of firepower too. I didn't really look at all the guns and things on there, but yeah, you know, pretty much what you need. It's lacking a lot of the parts, but it's giving you places to put parts, things like that. So anyway, let's take a look at some specs here. So we got a size class 6, 19 hour and 21 minute build time, 24 fuel tanks. So it's got 2 generators now. Looks like our speeds are pretty decent here. So we got 33 forward, 66 for lift thrust, which is important if you're going to move a lot of cargo with you. We'll have to see how much storage this has in it too. And yeah, it looks like all the specs are pretty good. So we got 33 reverse, 33 straight, or 34 strafing, and 33 down as well. Any of these ships that have big thrusters and guns and stuff are always pretty much going to use Estrium and Zacosium. So these are going to be, you know, I won't even say how big Reforged Eden is. I would used to say that this would be like a endgame ship, but you know, it's a really big game, and yeah, you can get crazier. And getting Estrium and Zacosium, I mean, it's when you're on your starter planet, that's, you know, not something you're going to get much of, but it's not that difficult to get in the game. And there's so I used to cringe at like big numbers in these, and it's like after playing a little bit, it's like, yeah, you know, it's not that hard to get those kinds of things. There's rarer stuff now. So I'm almost looking at these. I used to always call these rare, and I think they're kind of like not super rare anymore. But you can't really get much of it on your starter planet, sort of raiding POIs. But there's a lot of deposits out there and stuff to get. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So we got a multiple rocket launcher, and actually I did see that. I don't think I mentioned it, but it was in the front of the nose. It was, I believe this is used as a decoy. And then you have, looks like 12 of these retractable laser turrets, 12 of these positron beam turrets, and then, yeah, some more stuff. I'm not seeing anything on here dealing with harvest, at least stock. You know, that again is probably an upgrade option. But it did, I thought it had a harvest controller. Let's take a look at its storage here a minute. So we got 2 ammo controllers. Yep, 2 ammo controllers at, looks like 281K each, and a harvest controller at 320K. Let's also take a look at the CPU. So CPU, it's a little bit over the 2.1 million. But it's usable. It's not going to break the bank being that much over. And obviously it's intended to add a lot more parts and of course more CPU blocks, quantum cores, auxiliary cores. If you're playing on a particular server, hamsters, of course, NPC crew, things like that. There's a lot of ways to get the CPU up. So yeah, very cool, very cool. Looks like a pretty cool gunship, really, you know, and obviously I bet you a lot of these things were added in when it was built, and then it had to be stripped out to try to get the CPU in check, and that's the same thing I end up doing on most builds that aren't a starter creation. Even starter creations, actually, probably I do that the most on. Just lay out everything where you want it, and then start removing parts to balance your CPU. Yeah, very cool, very cool. So that again is the I'm gonna totally bone the name, but the Angevelian. I'm sorry, I butchered it. I know I'm saying it absolutely wrong, and I sorry about my English skills. I'm just trying to sound out the word, and it screws me up a little bit. All right. Well, anyway, the next creation here, we've got this one over here. This is the Tsar Griffin battle carrier. It's listed on the workshop as, and this is by author Tsar. So basically, the author's name is basically what it says right here. This is cool. I like. I think it's a really shapely creation. I like the general aesthetics of the hull design and everything like that. It looks like a big ship because it's. Yeah, it just looks like it would have a lot of interior space on this one. I like how this front end's done too, with this kind of these areas sticking out, but then it's got this this other wedge area down below. Kind of gives you that I don't know, kind of a like a sailing ship kind of vibe a little bit, but you know, it's spacey too, so it's kind of doing both. I like these little kind of arm extensions out here too. Oh, look at that little block there. That's interesting. That's, I bet you that glows pretty good or something. Yeah, it's just different. Yeah, it's hmm. I didn't even realize. Is there a block that small in the game? This is really, this one's this is confusing me. When I see things, I sometimes got to figure out what I'm looking at, and I got to assume that no, it's not that block. So what is there something in here? Yeah, that's it. Quarter beam. Okay. Well, here's a block I've never used before. Put it that way. I didn't realize there was such a small little QB block like that. So, yeah, it's there. It's there. That's what it is. Mystery solved. And it looks like they're being kind of used as like probably lights here. We'll have to look at this in the dark here in a second too to see if those illuminate. And I fear that maybe. Oh yeah, it's not on. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, they definitely illuminate. Yeah, I forgot to put fuel in you. I'm sorry about that. So that's kind of a neat idea. I've never seen that. I don't think I've seen that trick done before. I always see new tricks. I love it. You know, it's just endless amounts of different things that creative minds will come up with all the, you know, all the tools you got. You know, with the blocks and the parts and the things and you know all kinds of stuff. But yeah, really slick looking ship here on the outside. Let's take a look at its hull material here a little bit too. So it looks like we're running combat steel. It kind of looks like it's pretty consistent on combat steel from what I can tell. Sometimes there's some of these ships have mixed materials. Oh, like right here, like these areas here. I guess you know they're not really part of the hull, so it's not really protecting anything. So switching over to carbon substrate will be a weight reduction there, which is probably a smart idea. I'm at that point too where if I'm not like protecting the inside or airtight environment or something like that, if I'm doing little things like that, I typically am doing that in carbon substrate because there's no the weight's important, and you really if you can be kind of watch the weight, your ships can be a little bit more maneuverable. Very cool. Well, anyway, let's get in this puppy here. There's probably multiple ways in, but excuse me. I'm going to just go right in the hangar here. I'm going to go to the mood lighting thing. Now these videos, I typically do this on the interiors of ships because a lot of these will be in space. This is kind of what you'll see when you're in space, and not to mention lighting can make a lot of difference in the environment of a ship. So when you see it in the dark, it kind of can, you know, if an author took the time to work out the lighting and the details like that, it shows through a lot better and can make an environment look a lot nicer inside, beyond just the block work and deco stuff. So yeah, cool hangar. I like this. Glass walkway going right across the top here too. That's pretty slick. And then we got some texture lights on the sides here. Looks like we easily can get up from the bottom of the ship and probably bring small vehicles with you. Anything that can fit through the opening basically. And then you got a lot of places to park stuff, all kind of labeled out on the hangar floor. And then of course if it doesn't fit through there, you got the big doors. You can bring whatever you want in. This whole section here looks really, really cool. So obviously it looks like we got some kind of lounge or someplace to eat up there. And then this, I like this this whole architecture with this area here on the front of the hangar there. That's cool. It's kind of all rounded, and you got that above it, with obviously very distinct different lighting coloring, or lights and textures and everything going on there. This is very bright, very bright. Yeah, looks nice. I like the shaping on this stuff here. It's cool. So it looks like you got some components in here. We've got armor repair and locker, some O2 over in the corner. Looks like we got a med bay here. Ooh, this is really bright in here. Fitting though, fitting for like a medical thing. You want them bright. And we got all our specialized equipment in over here, and we've got this. Wow, we got a clone chamber in here too. Interesting. Yeah, I like that, how that's labeled. And, oh, that's not all. Oh, wow, look at this. We got this big bathroom assembly over here. Gentlemen. Oh, look at that. Oh, and ladies. Oh, wow. So, I better get out of this bathroom. I'm going to get swatted. That's cool. Yeah, neat looking formation of how the hallway and architecture and everything's done in the area here. What's behind this door? An elevator. What's behind this door? Another elevator. Oh boy. We got elevators. They go places. Oh, okay, so this looks like it gets us to another way out of the ship here. Okay, so yeah, caution. How about this elevator? We got a CPU block here, I think. Oh, looks like it's kind of joining up to another room there. Let's go all the way to the top here. Oh, look at this. We got long-range radar. Oh, we got some auxiliary cores in here. Interesting. Looks like we got some storage going on. Some 320s, definitely. And then it looks like, I don't know, kind of like a freight area, I guess. Maybe big positions to put in some of these larger parts over here, or just maybe just not quite finished in this area here. We got our warp drive and gravity generator, and some thruster access. That's a pretty big area over here. That's kind of where we came. And our detector. So we've got some stuff above here as well. Again, this is a pretty big ship. So let's, and oh yeah, there's a bunch of CPU blocks there too. So yeah, kind of like a CPU radar room. And oh, this kind of loops around a little bit on the lower area here. Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to go through all these parts of the ship here. I'm just kind of wandering around aimlessly looking for stuff. I know there's a lot of finished off areas here. Let me try to get back to that area. Okay, here we are. Got to get up to that this lounge here, and I want to get on that that glass like catwalk there too. So let's head this way a second. Okay, it looks like we got a room there. So we got some stairs here. Ah, okay. So it's kind of like a place overlooking the hangar a little bit on this side, and that's how it came up. And we got another stairway going that way. Ah, so we got some elevators. Let's just see where this ends up going. Okay, it looks like another entry point or exit point on the ship. Right there. Holy smokes. So green elevator. Yeah, I bet you there's something to do with the color coding on this stuff. Oh, look at this area. Wow, this is really brightly lit. It looks neat. It looks kind of really, I don't know, very spacey age. Oh, and hey, I made it to the catwalk here. So this is the blue area. Hold on, I'm gonna go to the bottom of the elevator. I want to see if there's something going on here with labeling. No, it's kind of neat though. I like the idea. I like the coloring here. And God, was I here already? Oh, this is like okay. So this is just above that area, and this is kind of like a landing pad. And come to think of it, it looks like there's some landing pads on the other side too, over there. And let's go up here. Okay, so we're I think we're down here. Yeah, I think I came up on one of these elevators. Oh, well. Yeah, if you can't tell, I am really getting myself lost here. And this is the this must be the front of the ship. Got that right? Yeah, that is the front of the ship. I even got twisted around inside the ship. I thought the other way was the front. So it looks like we've got some big launchers here. Or are these mining drills? I bet you they're mining drills. Hold on a second. I've been trying to keep the HUD off as much as possible too. Just because I was reading a comment and basically like the icon cursor can kind of cause a little bit of problems there, especially if you're moving around quickly. So I've been trying to keep that to it down low here. If I can hit the right buttons. There we go. So we got a drone tube. Place yourself here. Okay, so hold on. Let's see what happens. So this opens up, and we take our drone and we fly it here. Oh, and then you're out of the ship. Oh, that's an interesting way to do it. A drone tube. Huh. Cute. All right. So that makes sense. I get it. And then we got a pilot seat here. It looks like behind some blast doors. I'm too curious. Oh, okay. So you got a first-person view, but when you're in probably some form of combat mode that the ship's probably in right now, that it would cover that out. But that would be really useful when you're mining too, if you want to mine in first person. And I like first person on ships anyway. I wish it wasn't so vulnerable, typically, especially if you have a front face or like a cockpit on the front of the ship, which typically will take a lot of damage. Oh, so we're up to the some blue. That's kind of neat. I like the color coding system here. And here is this really snazzy looking glass catwalk here. And I wanted to walk across this. That's just neat. And it looks like this gets us into looks like a place to chill and eat. Oh, you got a big bathroom complex in here. Showers, toilets. These people stay clean. And that's cool. Wow, this is pretty intense lighting. Whew. I feel like I'm out in the sun. It's cool. It's cool though. It really it creates a really different look. I've never experimented with that high intensity of lightings before to see what kind of effects you would get out of that. Oh, and here's some info. So bridge, const, quarters, resto module, and medic hangar. Okay, so oh hey, somehow I found this place. Oh, this is neat. I was trying to figure out if this was animated or if it's just the LCD problem. I think it's just the LCD problem because it only does it when I move. Yeah, man, yeah, that is something I've been barking about. And I said I was going to bark about it on every video, so here we are again. Here's the effects of the messed up LCDs, and I had a comment saying that if you like respawn a creation or something like that, the problem goes away. I tried it. I couldn't get the problem to go away. I took like, current ship and I spawned it and I saved it again. I spawned it again and did the same thing with the LCDs. Didn't seem to matter what I did. Or exit out of the game and come back in. I tried that too. That didn't fix it. So, and this one was just freshly spawned, right before this video here. So, and it's not the fault of the author whatsoever. It's just the problem with the LCDs. Making the text disappear at a very close distance, and when it shouldn't really make it disappear, period, at all, ever. Imagine the taste of real meat. Pay a little extra for cute. So yeah, so oh wow, look at this big old kitchen here for that restaurant, bar facility. Huh? Yeah. That's cool. Kind of wonder sometimes if there's certain influences certain people have, like maybe this person hangs out and or been on like cruises or big hotels or fancy restaurants and things like that. This is a nice looking setup. I like the commercial sense of it. It's really cool. So yeah, this is a big ship, and I'm sure there's a lot more to see, but I don't want to be forever in one creation. But let's do a little bit more walking around here. See where I end up at. Okay, and then we're out the front. Let me look at it from the outside. Oh, yeah, look how big this thing is. Man, there's probably stuff all over the place. Looks nice, shapely looking ship though. Looks cool at night too. I like the you can see that little block work here and there with the little lights using those really small cube blocks. That's kind of a neat, interesting aspect there. And again, really cool looking shape of a ship. Obviously, it's got a huge amount of space in it for hangar stuff. A lot of weaponry too. Here, I'm going to get the lights back on here a second. And let's take a look at some specs here. So I think we already determined that it's made of combat steel. It is for Reforged Eden, and it looks like it obviously it needed some additional cores beyond 2.1 million, and it has those in it. So it is meeting rate. You can tell the author just pushed it right to the very limits of every CPU using part they could shove in there practically. Which is cool. I do the same thing. I mean, I try to. I mean, not every creation, but when you're in the grind for CPU, you wanna use it. You wanna make sure you try not to waste it. It's impossible in smaller creations, though. So a lot of signals going on here too. You know what I did want to find though, and something that I think is going to be important to see is the bridge on here. And I'm going to come in from this way here a second. And I'll do the lighting thing one more time. Oh, I was right next to it already. So I've been here. I just didn't look the other way. So yeah, here's the bridge. Okay. That's cool. Okay, never mind. I like this exit thing. I didn't see that either. Again, I'm pretty sure I'm missing a lot of stuff on here. But yeah. Yeah, slick. Alright, back to specs. Sorry, I just wanted to do that a minute. I'm thinking, I feel like I'm missing something though. Like I thought I seen like some heads-up display, but maybe that's on a different bridge, or I'm not sure. Anyway, so we got switches for all kinds of stuff, even a tool turret switch, long-range radar, manual artillery, combat mode, gravity generators, constructors. I totally read that. Totally out of order. Combat mode, of course, too. Stats: 35-hour, 9-minute build time. Size class 18. Yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one. 34 fuel tanks, 20 oxygen tanks. Speeds. Yeah, it looks like it does all right. It's got emphasis on lift thrust and forward thrust, which is and it looks like forward. Yeah, and the other directions aren't so bad, but strafing's not super important either. Is down thrust for a lot of things, unless its focus is space maneuverability and things like that. So let's see with that. CPU, I think we already looked at. So let's look at its storage here a second. So on this one here, so it looks like everything looks nicely labeled here. So we got a looks like a 320 in, a 320 out, and these are labeled 320. So for looks like various different parts. And we got some ammo controllers here. So we got a 320 there, 320, probably all 320s. Kind of looking that way. Yep, a bunch of that, and pharmacy. Nice. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ammo controllers, and looks like 6 other. So about 12 320K storage bays in here. So yeah, good point on having the additional lift thrust there too to try to get everything up in the air here. Very nice, very nice. So next one here, got this one over here. This is the Daedalus F-304 by Carmelius, and it is a pretty cool looking ship here. Another pretty big ship for sure. I like how it's I like the texturing. It's got that more spacey look, and it's using a mixed blend of different textures to accomplish that. Trying to be, you know, a little on the gritty side. And I like this. I like the use of these deco items here in this formation like that. That smacks in a lot of detail in this area, really close up too. Ooh, nice looking launcher gun here. Yeah, I'm always a sucker when I see like things, big turrets like that. It just kind of looks neat to me, reminiscent of like the old, you know, the old school battleships and things and whatnot. Got some more launches there. A lot of guns everywhere. Oh, I like this asymmetrical like bridge up here too. The radar on top. Yeah, big old thrusters here. Nice, kind of a neat idea here with the this big like shielding kind of over the thrusters. That stuff usually looks pretty nice too when you have like just these plates like that over things. Gives it some more detail and things like that. And along the front here, it looks like we got a bunch of hangar bays. So we got 4 front-facing hangar bays on this ship, which is pretty unusual to see. So it looks like we got some bigger hangars here, some smaller hangars, and then on the other side we got another set of those hangars. You can see some stuff like through the wall here too, which is kind of neat with the block work. It does look like we have our reverse thrusters right there. Yeah, for the most part that's fine. There are certain servers out there that I think can have it, you know, make a particular setting to not allow like block thrusters, or there's only a few things that you know, you can put in front of a thruster that they would consider valid. But for the most part, that doesn't really matter with most everything. So in here, so hangar bay, yeah, nice bunch of room in here. I'm going to go to the mood lighting here since I'm going to get inside the ship now. See what everything looks like here. So it looks like we got kind of a full medical bay actually over here. I want to see all the medical parts, O2 health, and a shower. So it's got it all going on there. Got a couple constructors out back here. Looks like we got a lot of storage controllers in the mix. I like the wood there. And there's yeah, different color inside here too. That's kind of neat. I'm starting to see some color fluctuation on the interior. And we also got a repair bay on this side. Of course, you only can have one of these, so it's probably going to be this repair bay is going to be the one you'd want to use. It would be kind of neat if the game allowed you to have more than one repair bay. There's been situations where I wanted to have more than one. Like say you got a hangar and you want to repair HVs, but then you also have, say, a larger ship, and on the top of it you want to repair CVs. They kind of put you in a bit of a situation where it's like, where do you put this single repair bay that you can put? And that's kind of how that rolls. But I'm not sure how it would work if you're trying to repair 2 creations at the same time either. I don't know if the game coding and everything can handle or deal with that kind of thing. Yeah, more constructors up here. I like the color change, and you obviously see the a little bit of ruggedness here with some decals, dirt and stuff over the flooring. It's kind of neat. Yellow lighting hallway here. Kind of looking down over the glass, and we got an elevator that way and an arrow. This is again another pretty large ship, so I'm gonna try to tour it the best I can. But some of these get so big that it's like if I try to show too many in a video, the video is gonna go out for hours, and I'm trying to find a balance. I love this warp core display here, and it's like I'm walking through a museum. To your left was the warp core used in the 2087. You know, that's cool. I like this whole display with the glass around it, and then of course it's wrapped in armored glass, and it's got its pentaxa tank right on the front there, and a gravity generator in the mix there too, and different coloring in here, different color ceilings, even some internal weaponry. So this is kind of looking out the outside of the ship. Let's go this way. Hangar bay. So this would probably, okay, so it looks like we looped around and kind of followed the same course from the other side here. So another hangar bay. This one undoubtedly does not have a repair bay though, because, yeah, can't do it. Ha! Let's go down one of these here. Let's see where we go. Okay, so now we're in, it looks like one of the smaller interior, or a little bit smaller hangar bay. A little smaller hangar door and things like that. Nicely detailed in here. A lot of deco stuff going on. We got some fuel tanks in the ceiling, stuff like that. Very nice. And let's see. So we're back out to our warp core display. Again, I like those. I'm not sure I say display, but I like all the parts displayed. I mean, a lot of them have a lot of detail to them, and if you can accent those in your build, it just increases the detail. So out the front here, it looks like we've got kind of a cafeteria, kind of mess hall type of thing. Pretty fancy though, more like a restaurant. So, oh, and we got a game table dude over here too. Yeah, nice little chill out place here. Yeah, these lights, I've seen them before. I've seen Pear use these before too. It's just something I've never used. I never think about it. I guess you got to have the right setting for it. But I like how it's done here. I like, yeah, you could have the floor lighting like that. That looks pretty neat. Never think about it, honestly. Oh, we got our farming area here. We got some filler grow plot stuff. I like the pipes on the ceiling here. Oh, yeah, and all the looks like each bay area has its own control for its grow light there, and I like how that's labeled. Very obvious what's going on there. And cool, yeah. You can pop those out and put in your actual grow plots. If you're wondering why people do that, if you're new to this game, it's you have to kind of manually build the farm plots when you're spawning in something. And sometimes, you know, you might not have all the stuff around, or I think you need like spoiled food and stuff like that. So it's easier to bring in a ship without grow plots to build the ship, and then add in the grow plots as you go when you're playing the game. So that is, you know, I didn't used to do it that way, and I was told to, and it makes a lot of sense, and I've been kind of doing that ever since. I sort of remove the grow plots from just about every creation, and either leave holes there or like some kind of filler blocks or something, as long as it's very obvious what's going on. But I always include the grow lights because they're super cheap, and you might as well just definitely gives everyone heads up on what's going on here. So this is some form of well, it's got a pilot seat in here. I wouldn't say necessarily a bridge, but it looks like it would be a very convenient spot as you got access right in and out of here, plus a bunch of utility function here. And look at those. Again, I gotta admire the model here for the armor locker now. It's been drastically upgraded to much higher polygon stuff, and just generally neater looking all the way around. So I think that's definitely pretty cool. What's going on right behind here? Oh, so we got this like fuel storage area kind of right behind there. I'm curious, is this Xeno or is this just, no, that's combat steel. Combat steel has those textures too, some of them. Alright, so that doesn't go anywhere. Let's go back up. And am I mistaken, or is this, did I just walk through here? This looks like I thought I came out the same way I came in, but I don't think so, because now I'm in a big crew section here. Nice, yeah, crew members all, oh, and someone's got the fancy pimp suite here. Yeah, must be one of the officers or something here, or the, well, these guys aren't even in military uniform, so maybe it's not, you know, entirely I had to have come through there. Again, I'm getting myself lost. I like all the different color fridges for your different kinds of foods, and all the food processors right up top there. Didn't notice that I was walking through the door before. Man, so yeah, I just been touring. I am insanely lost, but that's cool. That's cool. Main bridge, secure bridge. Let's go this way. Oh, wow. First, what's this way? Oh, look at this. Our CPU, our core room here, basically. And another pilot seat and passenger seats in this section, too. And this, what are these? Oh, these are LCD panels. Yeah. Never think of using those potentially as some form of decoration block too. Just the old school LCDs before the projectors. Coming in here, looks like we got a couple big generators off to either side here, behind the glass walls. Some fuel storage. That looks pretty neat. I like all the texturing's done there. It's busy, but it looks, you know, it's organized busy, which looks nice. I like busy. It depends on the build. I mean, there's some builds I go for busy, and other builds I try to go for smooth. All depends what you're in the mood for and what kind of ship or build you're trying to do. So we got another door over here. Okay, so this gets us out to top portion here. Oh, kind of offset from the bridge, and obviously I'm getting close to the this bridge area here. A nice little landing pad right next to it. And this must be the bridge. Yes, it is. Ooh, our teleporter. I feel possessed. Every time I see a teleporter, I gotta run over there to see if it turns on. Because it's just, I don't know why I do it. I just do it. And they all work. So that's wonderful. So we got, okay, so our main bridge here, a nice first-person view, kind of looking over the sides. One thing I'm seeing, and I don't know if the author is aware of this, and if the author is not aware of this, it took me far too long to learn this myself. I didn't realize you could. But if you get out a multi-tool and you go to change and rotate, you can hit these glass panels here. Once, you can either make them dark or light, but if you want to see out the edges, open up your visibility a little bit, that it definitely helps. And it's just one of those weird things. The game never tells you about it. You would never suspect change, rotate a block would. Actually, it does say it, but no one ever reads that. I never read it actually before. It does say it right there. Yeah, used for changing transparency of some windows. Yeah, see how lame I am? I've never actually read that, so I didn't know it said it. I thought it was just a complete mystery, but it's not. And this is cool. I like the heads-up display, and I'm kind of wondering. Hold on, I'm gonna get to the main things here. Oh yeah, we got some switches here. So it's a little hard to see those, but I'm gonna test this here. So right now we got gravity on. Let's turn that off. Oh yeah, look at that. So it puts in check mark boxes there. So let's put full power, blast doors. Oh yeah, that's cool. It requires a lot of work to, you got to set up multiple LCDs, each one displaying a part of it, and then, trigger them, when you hit the whatever option it is, and then it kind of adds in something more to the LCD. You can actually, you can take that a long distance if you want to put in lots of time. lots of time working that out, and also trying to place a lot of LCD projectors, which can be difficult to do in a lot of creations. The more room you got, the easier it is, so for sure. All right. Well, anyway, I'll stop there on looking at through the ship. I know there's more to it, but yeah, it's a cool ship. Kind of like it looks like it would be kind of a neat ship for like a co-op crew too. You could each like have your own hangar and stuff. You got a lot of room. You got a lot of room to work with here. So let's take a look at some specs here. 30 hours, 9-minute build time, size class 9. Like any of these big ships, it's going to use Estrim and Zacosium. Not a thing. Got a couple crew members on here. Quite a barrage of weaponry, for sure. Yeah, speed-wise, 32 forward, 8 strafing, 22 back, 16 lift, 35 fuel tanks, 13 oxygen tanks. CPU-wise, it's going to need some CPU. Now, when I grabbed this blueprint, and I did previously spawn it in vanilla too to see if the numbers worked out, and it kind of needs some CPU regardless. In vanilla, it didn't come out either, so it is going to need some additional CPU core blocks added to get this one operational. But you know, it's a really big ship, and it's got a lot of parts in it and a lot of stuff, so it's going to use a lot of that. I'm not necessarily seeing any, especially Reforged Eden specific parts. This is a little bit older creation as well, though, so I don't think the new version of Reforged Eden came before this ship was built. But it's kind of one of these things, you know, I've been trying to get around to different authors, seeing what else is out there, and this is one of the picks I came up with here. I had a cool looking picture and stuff, so yeah, it's a pretty slick ship here. Let's take a look at its storage. So we've got food, medicine, seeds. Holy crap! we got a lot of seed action going on here. It looks like that farm area is definitely wants to be used. So 2 ammo controllers. Looks like one's 320 and the other is 264. Quite a lot of controllers down here too. So looks like they're all 320s. And then a harvest controller on here at 264K as well. Now, that's something I didn't really look for yet, is what does it have? Does it have a harvest items on it here? Wait a minute, what did I just do this? Tractable. I'm just kind of looking through here, seeing if I've seen some kind of multi-turret or mining drill, and yeah, retractable drill turret, retractable multi-turret. Yeah, so yeah, harvest needed, harvest controller needed. Yeah, cool. Like how this. Yeah, you got there's a lot of this blue accents on here, but I also think it's pretty neat that a little bit of red in there now too, and a little bit of orange with the other stuff. Even though, I mean, this is a deco part, but that it seems really fitting. So yeah, very cool ship. Again, this is the Daedalus, if I said that correctly, F-304 by Carmelius, and it does say it is a vanilla build. So maybe it's just one of those kind of builds that needs the bigger or the different kind of core to get that rolling there. Or for some reason, I thought vanilla would come out to 10 million CPU with 4 advanced cores. But I'm in Reforged Eden, so that's kind of messing up. But when I spawned it in vanilla, it didn't come out that way either. So I was a little confused. I kind of checked that out a little bit prior. So all right, next build. Let me get Blake back on here. And we've got this beautiful castle over here. And this is called Castle Base 2 by Illegal Cheese. And here, let me get the HUD off. And yeah, I really dig seeing this kind of thing. Now I get it that a lot of this kind of stuff, for what it costs, and maybe it's I don't know what its function is right now, but I really love the architecture, and I love the seeing creations made with textures that like concrete textures, and some of them are kind of strange and stuff like that, and you don't see a lot made with them. Um, but this looks really cool. I really like the choice of textures down here. Um, and there's some variation in that. Like one's a little bit different. There's like 3 different textures or stone textures in this one area here. And then you got the moss kind of on the sides there. I think that looks really cool. And of course, the architecture. That's a whole nother thing. I'm just admiring the texturing right now and all these different textures used. You can obviously see this is more of a marble, and this is different here, and that's different over there again. And look at this facing, this marble facing over this area. Like the all the windows, like these big arch windows and things like that. Yeah, there's a lot of detail going on here. I haven't even just looking at the outside. Oh, and even over here too. There's looks like there's some color variations on the bricks that are there too, which kind of gives it that a little more worn look there. Yeah, look at all the peaks and stuff too. Everything here is asymmetrical too, so that's another thing. Yeah. Wow, look at this. Nice looking place. Really nice. Oh, I like this interior courtyard going on here too. So again, this is a pretty big creation. I don't know what the size class is. I'll have to look. I didn't look at it when I spawned it. I imagine it's pretty big though. I like all these walkways and stuff too, and this moated. Yeah, this is just slick. I probably don't have it in the ideal spawning environment here in a flat, snowy area, but I don't know. I think it can work in any environment, pretty much. Oh, we got stuff in these buildings, and it's like, yeah. Just gotta admire the architecture. I love the asymmetrical parts of it, and I love how the roof line was done, and the fact that there's different towers and different sized buildings, and they're like connected together. It gives it a kind of a more realistic thing. Like maybe this castle started out smaller, and then they went through a lot of revisions and additions over time, which happened to a lot of castles, real world ones. So yeah, it feels very plausible. So yeah, all right. So I'm gonna try to dive in somewhere. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna see all of this because I think this thing's gonna be really big. I don't know what we got. No, we're gonna have to keep the lights on, I think. I don't see, at least in this area, I'm not seeing much in lights. Like the rooms though. Look at yeah, the interior stonework is really cool here too. I call it stonework because, well, I guess that's what it is. But yeah, it's just using the different parts, the different blocks in different ways with the stone texture on there. I like this little trim stuff going on here. These breakups with the arches, a lot of different texture usage in the stone realm of textures, I'll say, but not all. There's something that's different. Oh wait, maybe it doesn't have lights because it doesn't have any power. Yeah. Hold on. My bad. Let me do this again. Yeah, we definitely have lighting. I like to see lighting because look how much different it looks with light versus not light. It completely changes like the whole look of the inside here. It looked good both ways though. I mean, I thought it looked good in the daylight too because just the detail and all the stone work and wall shapings and everything else going on here. So we're right out of core. Looks like we got a production area over here. Seeing 4 advanced constructors, and we got some deconstructors and armor repair. And it looks like places for more constructors or whatever you want to put in there that fits there. Nice. Oh yeah, look at the interior of this thing. That's interesting too because on the outside, obviously it looks very very medieval. On the interior, it still looks like a medieval building, but yeah, it's all like in modern era, and you got all this like these purposeful like tech areas that look very, very far different from medieval stuff, and that's kind of neat. Kind of like taking two things, like this was some old castle, and then some modern faction or whatever moved into it and put in their own tech stuff. Well, that's the impression I get out of it, at least. Yeah, yeah. We got the blue and the like the orange tones in here. That's pretty slick. And man, there's places that go everywhere too. So we're out to outside walk path there. Again, on this one, I probably won't see every room. But man, yeah, oh wow, there's a lot of time and effort put into this. This is quite a feat here. I'm digging it too. It's this looks neat. It's different, but it's a nice kind of different. Yeah, that's cool. Interesting color choices too. It really fits well. Sometimes I'd think you put in blue with like tans and stuff like that, and different color lighting and stuff that I don't know. Just at least I first think that maybe that wouldn't look so hot, but then when you see it in practice, at least done well, it looks really nice. And again, very unique. I'm really kind of digging this texture here. It's sharp, it's detailed, especially when you have it on rounded blocks like that. It looks pretty nice. Let's see where this goes up. Wow, it goes up a ways. Oh, so I'm out on. Wow, I'm climbing up a tower here. Oh, it's like an observation tower here. Cute. I'm sure the author wished there was some more medieval-like doors, some wooden doors or something like that. I know you can't do anything about it. All we got is tech doors, but that's cool. Wow, circular staircases. Not used to that here. I'm in God mode, so it makes it a little easier for me to get around. Otherwise, I'll probably be falling off edges and breaking legs and stuff. Probably can't in creative mode, but I'll find a way. I'll find a way. Oh, look at the farm area. Wow, this has got like different texture scheme going on in here. Wow, color scheme and stuff. That's neat. That's neat. I like the chandelier grill pot lights. That's pretty slick there. Oh, we got a medical bay over here. Again, a little bit different texturing going on in here too. I bet you this author really knows these stone textures well now. After building something like this, looks like you really used a lot of them in the palette, and a lot of interesting color combinations and lighting combinations and all kinds of stuff here. Man, I don't know. This is another place I would absolutely get lost in, but I get lost pretty easy. So it's not the author's fault. So I'm going to just kind of fly through a little bit more here. Let's check out like some of this area. Oh wow. Again, different floor work. That looks really neat together too. Got a ladder going up to something up here. Oh, kind of another observation point here with a lot of glass windows, kind of overlooking the courtyard. Nice work on the roof line too, with the all these different shapes and stuff going on. Really trying to take every advantage of the blocks available in the game to do this kind of thing. I'll stop there on the tour. Definitely recommend checking this out. Of course, all the links for these creations are in the video description, as well as timestamps, which was a recommendation a while back that I've been trying to do every video since then. I missed one though. I know I missed one, but I think I got it on the last few. That's a nice, really cool base. I'll take a look at some specs here too, but something like this I don't think would be all that important on the specs. Well, I don't know. It's had a nice production area going on, a lot of stuff like that. So it's really low on CPU. Looks like I could use another CPU block, but I could be wrong. I'm in Reforged Eden, obviously, with this. I'm not sure how it checks out with vanilla. Maybe it's fine in vanilla. I don't know exactly. But it doesn't need much, and then there's obviously a lot of room to put stuff in. So 7 hour and 41 minute build time, size class 9. I thought it might have been bigger than that, but no, size class 9. Okay. 12 fuel tanks, 6 oxygen tanks. It's a base, so it doesn't move, so we don't have to talk about that kind of thing. Yeah, that is pretty nice. Let's take a look at its storage here, too. So castle base, we got an ammo box. I didn't see any guns on here, but it's good to have an ammo box. And it looks like we got, what, 7 container controllers here. Yeah, kind of looks that way. And it looks like they're all 320 there. And then we got a couple miscellaneous freezers and things like that. A repair station. It's got a repair station in here too. Now this is cool. Impressive block work in color and so much fluctuation on these different interior locations too. Where they're not all the same. Different rooms have different elements going on, and again, it looks good in both day and night too. I mean, I love seeing the lighting, but yeah, in the daytime, this one really does well too. It's due to the nice choice of textures and nice block work. Kind of smooth in a way, you know. It's not too choppy. Probably the choppiest parts are intentional, because you actually see stuff like this in the real world. So that's cool. Anyway, okay, so that is that one. I got one more in Reforged Eden to show, and then one in Vanilla to show. And so this one, I figured I'd save the biggest one for last here. I'm gonna have fun with this, guys. So it's in fun. No, but this is one second. What is this? Oh, it's not my list. It's not my list. Screw up on my part. Here, I'm gonna put it on the HUD so I can say the name of you correctly. I'm gonna just hit the P menu. You are the Sandstone Strobe. How did I forget that? Oh, I did have it in my list. It's right there. I just can't. I'm blind. Sorry about that. Anyway, this is by Excalibur. I'm sure none of you ever heard of who this person is. And Excalibur tends, in my way of thinking about it, Excalibur tends to play the game a lot, and he likes to build very useful creations. That is his primary goal. I don't see him. I mean, he makes nice looking stuff, but I don't see him go out of his way to make like castles and things like, you know, some of his other authors would do. He really likes to have stuff that he can use in game, and he builds a lot of different things. He has a particular like style, and this looks very Anvil style-ish to me. So cool shaping. I mean, obviously this is a little tiny, almost like micro type creation. And this is basically like a utility, like little base-like thing to get work done when you're like out on the planet getting resources and whatever. And in here, I don't have power on this one either. Wow, sorry about that. And basically it's just packed full of function. A little space here, but we've got a shower, we've got a like a advanced constructor, we've got a small constructor, a clone chamber? I'm gonna have to razz about that. He's got a clone chamber in here? What's up with that? What's next? A cloth shower curtain? Come on. He's been like turning some new leaves in game. He's been like growing farm stuff, which, shoo, that's beyond me. No, he was dead set against farming and all that stuff, and now he's coming around. And he was dead set. He was razzing people forever about clone chambers. You know, not seriously, but you know. And then I see one in his base here, and I'm gonna have to make mention of that over and over and over again. Wi-Fi core generators up there. It looks like we got a cargo box, ammo box. Man, we got it. Yeah, this thing is just, I mean, if there's any bit of room, there's something there for some form of gameplay function. Um, just for the heck of it. I know it's a really small area. I just want to see if he's got a light in here. Yeah, he's got a light. He's got a light too. I don't think you'd have much more room to add more of those. You could stick a light right on the core, maybe. That's about. Yeah, no. This is cool though. This is cool. It's a nice, just quick spawn, cheap utility place to drop down when you're somewhere. Get going, get some work done, or maybe after a bad scenario, like maybe your ship got blown up and you're stranded on a planet somewhere now, and you got a little bit of resources, and you want to get something going so you can get back on your feet again. So that's kind of what this reminds me of a lot, and it's cool. I mean, it's a small package, but it's a nice, shapely looking thing here. I like that. I mean, you can't go crazy when you're building micro creations like this with the block work and stuff. But I mean, for what's there, it does look neat. I like how these edges are done. Um, Different combination of block, kind of around like a kind of a angled, beveled square. Kind of, like I kind of envisioned like if this was like only two, if it was like one block smaller, you could probably put some numbers on each side, and it could kind of look like a dice, like a kind of a weird fancy dice. That's pretty cool. But I mean, seriously though, I mean, for his stuff, it's bigger than a lot of things that he's made. Had to do that one, yeah. I just want to show you a little bit of origins here. So this is his first base. You can see this one. It's not a lot of room. You got to use a zipper to get inside. I don't want to like bust in it there. But yeah, that's where he started out. So he's upgraded quite a bit. And in transition to get to that one, when he first got it in, didn't have all the parts. He needed to do a lot of wood chopping and production. So he had that rolling up top here. So you can see he was really getting the trees. And then he got one of these bellows things, and he was like cooking the wood and trying to form steel and stuff like that. And then he upgraded finally to this, and then it was just cooking rack there. So yeah, that's how he used to do it. So yeah, it's a big upgrade. And yeah, this one actually has the dice markings on there too. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I just had to do that. I just had to do that. I got to have a little fun here. Why not? So anyway, let me hop out of here and go to the last creation. And look at that castle from the distance. You see when my screen's paused, it almost looks like real, especially from a little bit of distance, which is really slick. That pays tribute to the blockwork design there. Okay, so now we're going to go into vanilla real quick here, and one more creation. And just to say what's going on, this is the LYC SY300 Luminous by Lycanthrope. And as soon as this loads in, it should be right there. And yes, here we are. And hold on, let me make sure the day and night thing doesn't freak out. So I'm on a different kind of planet on this one. So yeah, I seen this up on the workshop there, and I thought it was a slick looking ship. It certainly has that yacht appearance to me. Kind of a luxury type of thing. Move a lot of people around potentially, or I don't know, like a party boat or something. Really cool design. I like how it does have resemblances of like a seafaring ship, but yet again it's a spaceship, and it kind of like has those two elements kind of merged into one. And it pulls it off pretty nicely too. I like that. Also like the LCD work here too on the sides with the name, and then you got kind of like this almost like an Art Deco piece coming out here, and then in dark, and then another one in more of a white, as well as some different color / texture, like body lines and things like that in places. Anyway, it looks cool that way. It gets a little bit of variety, going on there, and it's just a pretty cool shape and layout. I like this blockwork over here on the sides of the front here too. It does look like we got some integrated weaponry here too, but it's trying to be on the down low here with the retractables. Oh yeah, look. Oh, we got some stuff going on inside. Look at that big glass ceiling going on here. Oh, that's neat how you can look down in there. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think the idea of a party boat is kind of correct here. A back window over here. What do we got going on here? Oh, I probably didn't do this right. There's probably a switch or button or something I'm supposed to be hitting there. Or maybe you're not supposed to go in there that way. I don't know. Just looking around for other doors here. I like the big landing gear too. I've been kind of doing this on some. You obviously don't need more than like one of these per area, so it balances. But stacking them up like that, I think it looks more realistic because I mean this is a pretty big, heavy creation. Like there's a biggest plane in the world that's, well, unfortunately no longer in existence. Was the Antonov. If you look at the landing gear on that, you have to look at pictures this day and time though. But it had like this big, gigantic set of landing gear on the back of it, and it needed it because it was a really big, heavy plane and or jet, and yeah, it's. I thought that looked really neat. When I see the landing gear stacked up like this, I always think of that as just a design Q element. Anyway, let's hop in. Well, I'm doing this wrong. I know I'm doing this wrong. There's all kinds of moving parts here, so I don't want to go in the wrong way and screw it all up. So, but how else do I get in? One sec here. Let's get around the other side here. And up through, well, okay, I'm just going to bite the bullet and go in this way. And yes, there is a switch. Lo and behold, let me switch over to mood lighting. Let's hit the switch. There, that's what's supposed to happen. But yeah, it's on a lever there. I just couldn't. There's probably another way in. I just don't know where it is yet. But that's cool, and it's kind of neat because when that's closed, you can kind of peer across here, and it's like a full floor with like staircase going off the side of it to get around. So it literally transforms that area. So it looks like kind of the back of the ship, nice looking window, like the interior look here. And this is on the lower deck. I gotta assume since we just came in, we got a storage controller there. Some utilities, a fuel tank, armor locker 2. Oh, look at that, a production area. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's not a giant production area, but yeah, it's a production area. It's a party boat. I mean, you get 2 small constructors, armor repair, advanced constructor, high temperature warning area here. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we got some gravity, and a couple looks like big generators too, and fuel. Yeah, I like how that's done. Obviously, everything's kind of fit in a pretty tight spot, but I like having access and the warning here. Makes a lot of sense. And let's see. Oh, we got okay, so that's way back through where we just walked, and we got an elevator here. Let's go up a floor. And well, you know, I got it is dark outside, but it is bright in here. I almost thought it was daylight. That's pretty cool. So, of course, yeah, fancy place. So we're gonna have our plush rooms over here. Yeah, look at that, the bed with the TV and the fancy ceiling and the whole bathroom assembly here. Got to have another armor locker there, of course. Your personalized armor locker. It's where you keep your best armor. Oh, and that was just kind of in the center here. It looks like we got another room off to this side. Now let's walk along this way and we'll follow it on through. Look at the crazy hallway here with all the block work and stuff going on. got some different colors going on here too. Subtle, or maybe that's just the light reflecting off white. I'm not sure. No, it looks like that is a different color for sure. Oh yeah. Oh, and then we got some operations room in here. So we got our crew and our big display here with our shield and a warp drive. Wasn't sure if this was going to have all that. Well, I guess, yeah. It all is fitting. That's kind of neat. It's got this big display case there. And, oh, it looks like we got a, okay, direct access into here. Cool looking LCD on the front here. Oh, yeah, and the, almost the pink glowies down there too. Kind of matches the pink on the warp core. Nice. And along the other side here, so let's cruise down this corridor. So we came up there and we've been in the fancy rooms over there. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, medical bay. Oh, different color scheme here too. I like the use of the I don't know, book racks, bookshelves, deco part there. That looks pretty neat along the sides there. You can use these for a lot of different things too. I've played with them a little bit on a couple builds, and it's kind of a neat part to use. You can use it in different ways. You can lay it across the ceiling as in some kind of high detail like framework kind of thing. Oh, and look at this area back here. So we got this big section here, and this must be like a vehicle bay. And big door here. Oh, yep, there's our switch. Holy smokes. Wow, yeah, this has quite the pretty good sized landing pad here going on too. You know, so I was kind of ruling this out as like just a party boat kind of thing, but you know, I'm seeing some pretty useful game function in this thing too. I'll have to look at some more of that here in a bit, but yeah, I like this landing deck. That looks really cool. The way it's kind of like hanging over the edge like that, and the texture lights along the side there look pretty neat. It almost, at first, it almost gives me an optical illusion. I was looking at this and I thought this was a slanted block right here, but it was by looking at the tips of it, it kind of almost makes the whole thing look a little bit slanted. Just a bit of a, or at least to me it did, almost an optical illusion there. And then, oh yeah, I love that glass ceiling up there too. So yeah, obviously you got some security going on here too. That would make me a little nervous. Machine gun guys there, but that's okay. That's okay. Might be moving some VIPs around. Got to have some security. And okay, so we've been through here. Let me get around to this elevator again. Let's go up to, it looks like the top deck here. Oh yeah, and this is our hangout pad here. So we got the gaming. We got everybody mingling. Got our food and bar stuff. Yeah, it's neat. It's neat. Like the this center kind of Art Deco piece with some information item in there. That's very cool. And that is a big piece of glass there. I kind of dig it though. It almost feels like you're outside when you're inside. Even though it's night out and everything, it's just, but it's neat. It's neat. Definitely has some of that cruise ship stuff going on here. And some more armed people, and then it looks like we're up to the bridge. I definitely like how the glass windows are laid out, kind of angled out like that. That's a neat look. Provides a pretty good view when you're flying around when you have something like that too. And then you got your passenger seats over here. I'm sure there's probably other places you can sit in this ship. Any of these tables and stuff you can sit at too and move around. Well, when the ship's moving around, I mean. Very cool creation here. So this is a vanilla creation. Let's take a look here. I'm going to get the light back on here. And let's take a look at some specs. So start with stats, 12 hour and 39 minute build time, size class 5.5, well it's size class 6. It's like borderline. Like probably it's a part or two away from being size class 5. um, good speeds all the way around. A lot of lift thrust, 63, 98 forward. Even the strafing is not too bad. Down, not so important, but not bad at all. I was curious on its weaponry. It's got more than I thought it did. So it's got 5 retractable rocket turrets and 3 retractable pulse laser turrets, and then a detector. Obviously, it had a shield and warp core in it as well. A lot of fuel tanks. Holy smokes, 59 fuel tanks in this. 57 oxygen tanks. So yeah, this thing's once you fill it up, it's going to go a long time. Yeah, the parts, you're going to need a little bit of rear resources. This isn't like a starter creation or anything like that. Although it does unlock at level 20 and not 25 for a CV, so it's not trying to break the bank either. That's cool. So CPU wise, yeah, it's got 10 million cap with vanilla, and it's using 2.2 million. So I mean, you got CPU for days. It's not even a concern. Yeah, very cool. Looks mighty nice in daylight too, but yeah, at night, obviously flying around too, there's a lot of LCDs and things. In fact, I'd want to just see one last thing here. Oh, I gotta look at the storage as well. I just wanted to see what this looked like in the dark here. Peering through this glass. That's such a neat look. I love seeing that. I love seeing that. It's elegant. It's clean. Like the lighting in there. It's a neat thing you can do with the game for sure when you're building stuff. I've yet to. I felt like one trying to be more on the luxury side creation, but it was just a SV. I've never done anything else. I don't think really luxury beyond that, but I do want to someday. So I keep on thinking about like do some kind of space yacht. Haven't done that one yet. But it'd be, I think, a fun build. Might not be the most practical, but you know, typically fun. I suppose you can make a hardcore warship look like a luxury yacht. You know, it is possible. It's not very fitting, but it is possible to do. But anyway, yeah, very cool creation. Just one last thing. I just want to look at the storage. So we got an 2 ammo containers. So these were no controllers. It says containers, but they are controllers. So 128 on each. That's quite a lot of ammo storage on this. Oh, it has a harvest controller too. 320k there. And oh, this one's a full size one too. That's another 320. So yeah, it's more than meets the eye. That's for sure. So we got some pretty good ammo storage. Harvest controller. I didn't see any harvesting parts on here, but it's kind of ready for it if you wanted to slap on a multi-turret or a drill turret or something. Who knows? Maybe there's even places for something else. Well, I'm not really seeing like if you're gonna set up a big drill thing, but yeah, very, very cool. Very, very cool. Again, this was the LYC SY300 Luminous by Lycanthrope, and this is a vanilla creation. Very cool. At least this version. Maybe there'll be a RE version, or maybe there already is. I don't know. But very cool. Very cool creation. Anyway, that is all I've got for today. I'm going to do another video yet today on the updates I've done to my current Star Trek CV shipbuilding project. I worked on it the last 2 days too much. Too much, and I'll show you where it's at. But I'll do it on another video. I didn't want to like jump it into this same video. It'd be too long, and I'd rather have a separate one just kind of showing that stuff. So anyway, you all have yourself a great day and a great weekend, and I will talk to you later.